I heard you say you have 2,000 whatever. I don't remember exactly what you said, but immediately I thought of this, right? We want to put you in a position to where you have all of those tools where you can download them into the Founder OS, and then we can reduce the amount of tools that you have to maybe one or two. Generally, using Claude and Codex, whatever you feel most comfortable with. Most of our code we do it within the VS Code. We'll show you how to use. I don't know. Do you use VS Code or you do it directly through the desktop? So you're not using any of your terminals and whatnot. Okay. All right. So here's the cool part, right? We can have those set up, right? But you can talk to everything directly through here. So if you notice, right? So for instance, even with our software. Here what we can do, because here's what happened when I first, I was about to have a conversation with you. Obviously, I kind of did a little op research on you, and kind of found out a little bit of stuff about you. But I can go straight here, like, hey, hold on a second, what is that? Why is that happening? Yeah, I thought it was going to record, but that's fine. Let me see here. Generally, what I'll do is, so I'll just take my phone and do it. Oh, yeah. No, I normally don't use this thing here. And I need to give it access. No, but here's what I'm gonna do. Give me a second. I use my phone. So my Fireflies, uh, back up. So my Fireflies are connected. So we'll just do this. Hey, I want you to take the conversation between Brandon Wood, right? Yeah, Brandon Wood, and I want you to synthesize that. Yeah, Woods. Yeah, I'm going to synthesize that into a proposal. Just synthesize our conversation and bring that to the brain. So what's going to do is just going to go ahead and I could just talk to, like, say for instance, you're out in the field or whatever. You can go pull up um, your Telegram. We've been actually using. Is this working? Okay. Has this been recording me? That's okay. Um, so yeah, I generally I don't really use this on my desktop. I'm usually using it as a remote when I'm uh I'm out. But we have a team of so basically we have what's called a AI uh team of people that you'll have access to through Slack. So let me see here. I'll just do it a different way. So we go to Slack. I'm gonna go to Founders OS. Kind of like Victor. The cool part about this is that Victor, um, it's contained and it uses a lot of your APIs, so it costs a lot of money and it doesn't learn from each other. So each model that you use within Victor, it's not learning from each other. This will like kind of go through each one of your conversations and and for instance, yeah. So this will Yeah, so this will link directly to it's like this is new today, so I'm just trying this is a new update. So bear with me on this. Okay, so while that's doing that, right? So that's going to talk directly to the center. It's going to build the brain out. You'll have a chance to integrate pretty much all your software, all your apps will, so you got GitHub. I'm pretty sure you use that. Telegram, GHL. You'll have all your emails. Basically, you can talk directly to it, and it'll integrate everything. You can do everything remotely. You can actually connect. This will have to reconnect. You can connect the browser, so this will work, not a browser, a server to it, which I use Hesnart, which which you can basically just talk to it on your phone at any time. Your computer doesn't have to be up unless you got a Mac Mini. Obviously, if you're using that, that's running all the time, and you have your own secure server. Just depends on what you want to invest. Do you have any? Are you a Mac user? PC? Okay. And then how about you? What do you use for your trading software? Okay. And do you have and you have triggers for like your parameters that you're trading with? Is that kind of what you do with the software that you sell? Well, here's what I yeah, the what'd you say? Hmm. Yeah,
By specific, can't type. D.
yeah. So you're on this. Yeah, I was surprised on how much on the same page on the same page we already are. Let me do this. I'm gonna pump this video for you, so you can kind of get an understanding on how James is. He just dropped this 2 days ago, so I'm still trying to figure out how to use it. So hold on just a second.
The Founder OS in now in Slack. So how do you trigger the Founder OS to respond? You tag at Founder OS and then you say whatever you want to say. Within a couple of seconds,
By the way, so what we offer, and we'll go through the offer and the money and all that here shortly. I just want you to see everything what it is, so you can understand what the value is. Now, with RizDial, so we talked about our dialer. It's the best dialer, I think, on the market. So, yeah, you've used you've used it. Oh, okay. The, Well, that's where they live, right? So they'll go through your custom, you'll it runs everything through GHL. We integrate that with the RizDial. That agent lives here in the RizDial. And that is what does multiple, it's a power dialer, a predictive dialer, whatever makes sense for your particular business. And then all of those conversations sync directly into the brain. So while we do have the brain and you are connecting all of these tools to the brain, including your LMMs, you're also collecting all those conversations and just becoming smarter, right? It goes directly into that brain and it kind of duplicates you. Much of what you already have, but like you said, just with a lot of other tools to feed it to grow consistently from every conversation that you have. But I'll just let this. It's pretty. I That's why I made sure I got you on the line because I knew you spoke our language. Um, Let me go ahead and play this.
You're going to see that it's
I'm gonna play the full 7 minutes so you can see what James is talking about.
going to start responding to you, and it's going to respond in thread. It says, yo, James, right here. If I was to respond back to it and say, how, are you? What's going to happen? It's not going to respond. Why is that? That is so that you guys can collaborate. Okay. It's called multiplayer AI, to where you guys can talk and have your own conversation and then only bring in the Founder OS when you're ready for his input. So now I could say at Founder OS, looking at the RizDial code base, I want to develop a feature that for the prompts, that it writes the best prompts whenever somebody onboards and puts their business name and their industry and answers a few questions, where it helps them write the best prompt for their industry based on psychology and then based on what's working. I want you to help me brainstorm this feature and go back and forth on it until we're happy with the idea. And then after we're done with that, I want to create you to help me create a prompt that I can give to our lead developer so that he could develop this feature. Make sure it's grounded in reality and make sure it's grounded in the code base itself. So just like that, inside the dev channel, I have already told the Founder OS which repository it needs to work into. So it already has the code base for RizDial. So anytime you have any suggestions, Saad, or you want to make any changes, you must have the conversation in here with the AI, go back and forth with it, and then take that conversation, click the three dots, click on copy link. At Tasky, please complete by specific, I can't type, date, okay? And then just link that Slack right there. And now he'll be able to see the whole conversation that you had with the AI, okay? This is real multiplayer AI now. So we can work inside of each other's computers essentially and code bases and be able to get work completed. All right, headed back over to the next example. Sales support, right here. This is a test conversation I had last night with Founder OS. I told it, hey, how's it going? Can you show me which proposal that you built for a client recently? It pulls up this proposal that it built. Okay, this is the proposal for, and we closed the deal. Okay, so I said, okay, good job. Now make sure in this channel that you know how we expect you to build these. Anytime we ask, or anytime the sales team asks for a proposal, all right, so it created this entire proposal here. And then I told it, hey, this is the proposal. This is how you always create it. And then from there, I asked it, okay, so can you pull you could pull Firefly's calls, correct? And from there, I said, okay, also please make it a rule that any deal that's 5K or over that you use QuickBooks. Done. It made that. So now, anytime I need a proposal, all I need to do is, hey, Founder OS, please take a look at the Firefly's call that I had with XYZ client. I want you to use that Firefly's call to create a proposal. And if there's any calls that I had with them in the past, I want you to pull those. Also, you could pull up XYZ client from GHL CRM to make sure that you spell their name correctly, first name, last name, email, phone, and build me a beautiful proposal. And just like that, with that prompt, okay, you will have a proposal built with a Stripe or QuickBooks link attached, and you'll be able to, once you're done with that, hey, at Founder OS, now using my Go High Level connection, can you please text this proposal to the client? And can you also email them a personal email about how I really enjoyed the conversation with them? And boom, boom, bada bing, your whole job as a salesperson is automated. Next example, CSM Hub. Maz, Eric, Michaela, Rana, I've added you all here. If there's anybody else on the team who's very sufficient with working with the CSM Hub, I can add you to this channel. In this channel, I have cloned the GitHub code base. From this GitHub code base, anytime you want to make a change to the.
All right, so that's pretty much enough. So I'm towards the end, he just like talked about the team. These are the people that you'd have access to. Let me kind of just double back here and kind of get back on track. But I mean, as you can see, it's just endless. More importantly, you should know that James, the guy I just introduced you to there, that's who you'll have access to as well the entire time. So you're not doing any of this, or and depending on your level of engagement and based on where you are now, from my opinion, you're a lot farther ahead than pretty much most of the people that I speak to. So no. And yeah, I mean, like, we're all, believers. I mean, and it's just, fun to work with the team. I mean, these guys are very consistent, and one of the things I can tell you is this, you get out what you put in. That's probably the biggest issue that we've seen is these guys are pretty meticulous, and they ask a lot, especially at the beginning when we're building this out, because they want to truly pass this on, right? So where you have it, and then obviously provide support down the road. So um, let's see here. Say that again. Okay, yeah. Okay, so all right. So basically, so the reason why it's different from the software, it's pretty simple. Software gives you like another login. This kind of what you just saw is something that we're going to build for you and like hand off to you and give you. So your calls, your SOPs, workflows, task, AI agents, proof history becomes a part of your company's operating system. The real cost is not the setup fee. The real cost is like staying where every lead task, client update, SOP, that staying on top of that, and that decision depends on, you remembering what to do. So that's what we're solving for. Um, give me a second here. Now, so what we're built. So obviously, before you build a house, we're going to build the foundation. So the foundation, once we lay the foundation, everything's kind of built on that. So once it's installed, before you go pay, another software company, where you go hire us to do AI calling, and before you go pay another marketing company, um, we'll install your baseline. So then you'll use our 25-person team. You get for less than what you pay one employee. Anything you need done, creating marketing campaigns, whatever you've been paying your other guy, Super Bowl style ad videos for Facebook ads, blowing up your social media, and taking your wife to the next level. I see she's killing it already. But they'll do all your automations, set up all your AI calls, whatever it is. You have access to the full team for the full software handoff for less than what you'd pay just one employee. So you get access to the team. It's I think for yeah, I think let's see here. you get access to the 25-person team. Um, each of who we like pay like 2,000 a month for them. Um, so it's about 50,000 in payroll, about 600 grand a year. You'll have access to those guys. So you got the whole team at your disposal, a la carte. That's what the subscription is for. And all of the tools, we're gonna build that out at, and then access to James. We're looking at about 20,000. It's the real operational complexity for the full infrastructure ownership, dashboards, workflows, SOPs, and it's 997 a month for that team. The sprint, I mean, you have a lot of the stuff built out now. That's a $5,000 package. You get a little bit less access to James. It's 5,000 for the full setup. I think that might be where you would land. It just depends on how much access you want to James to actually just build this whole thing out. From what you've told me so far, I probably would recommend that you spend as much time with James and look at this. I mean, did you ever pay for college? Do you have student loans? You ever go to college and pay for that or any education? So, yeah, God bless you. Yo, you got rid of it? You don't have debt? No more debt? Got rid of it? Oh, well, yeah. Maybe, maybe like, well, you might need to do it for me too. So let's have a conversation. Let's have a conversation. Well, so that's what I liken this to. This is basically what you have. Use us to kind of direct what you've built already to a operation that is profitable. Yeah. Well, it's only 997. Yeah, so what we're saying, instead of paying 25 people 2,000 each, is that just pay us 997. We give you access to them to do all of those things. No, these are human beings, like developers. So our dev team, we're giving you access. So basically, we'll have our dev team install everything for you, and then it's 997 per month. Yeah, it's carte blanche. Yeah. So what we're saying is you have like like I said, most of your stuff is already built out. So what I would say is allow us to take you the distance, do the 5K to have these guys jump into your brain of what you built and organize, and then use them as your team to to um to automate what you've built so far to accomplish what we got on the call for. Mhm. 100%, man. That's the biggest question. No, that's I was expecting that. Like that's what like 9 out of 10 founders are gonna ask me that question. The whole idea behind this is, yeah, the whole idea behind this is to give you this. That's why we'll charge you 5K and it's yours. We just or basically what we're gonna be doing is just organizing um what you have and like directing it to where you can hold on a second. Lennon, you need to go up there upstairs and change that. Yeah. So basically, well, what this will be for you is so it sounds like you have all the parts of the engine. You just haven't put it together yet. And this gets you out of the black hole. So you get the engine built and you get the people that know how to drive it fast. So 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 we don't know like your business. You know your business. And we have, obviously we have a lot. So our business is to make yours better, right? Or help you optimize. So what I would say is this: I will draw everything up, including disclosures on IP. Do it all the time, and shoot over an offer. And what we'll do is we'll do a significant onboarding session with you with all of your protections in place, on paper, so like that's the last thing we want you guys to worry about. And then all we're gonna ask from you is just like pour into it. Whatever you want, like our goal is to like create stories. And based on what you've told me so far, um, it's just once we help so one of the main things that I know that you need is your SOPs. So we're going to walk you through and help you create your SOPs. And then, we'll give you all the protections. I'll put everything together in the proposal, and share it with you. And if it meets your expectations, I mean, let's get started. Let's start the onboarding process. Hmm. Yeah, they just need to be. Yeah, so here's what I see for you will happen. Basically, we connect that with the RIS dial. We help you build your bots. We have it all talk to GHL and organize each team member into the brain and deploy. Yeah. So this is what I want you to hear. So what's going to happen is when you said our platform, no, we're going to build your platform and hand it off to you. And then you can use our team as your team. Well, it'll be within it's going to be your local server. So your machine. So basically you're going to be able to communicate with us and then we'll build your local machine. And let's talk to James. I mean, we have like we could we just had a guy just come on and white label with us. So if you want, yeah, we white label. So that would be, that would be the 20K build out because we build everything for you to deploy out to your market. And then the same 90 same 997 and then you can white label. I mean, so the cool part for us, man, let me just tell you, like when we first started doing this, we were doing everything for everybody and we just could not scale. So we found like why don't we just give it to you guys and then we can support. We're really good at it. And then like I said, here's what I was thinking about the moment that I kind of understood what you're doing, like in the fact that you're saying white label now. We just like I said, let's get to work, and I want you to start working with James, and then I want to see what happens. Yeah. Okay. He, you're gonna he's gonna fly out and meet you. We got if let's so we'll put together the 20K 999, and he's gonna fly out and set it up everything for you. This is probably the smartest move that you well I believe it's a very smart move. I think we're all equally aligned, in faith and in business. Mhm. Mhm. Okay. Mhm. Uh, so here's what I would consider if I were you. Number one is I can get you access to the team, and the dialer, and have them help you build your agents, um, and have them help you build your Founder OS, and them help you put your brain that you have into use right now. You could do all of that. The only thing you'd be missing would just be access to the one-on-one with James, but it would actually get you access to the group sessions with him as well. So that, including the entire RIS dial and a fully built out automated, whatever. I think we probably integrate with your GHL, or if you your GHL now, do you have a franchise? Do you have an agency, or are you doing the just the one account or the three accounts? Okay, so you can basically offset and get rid of that cost, and we'll give you one of ours, and completely build it out and customize it for your business. All of that without any upfront, it'll just be 997, and you do that monthly, and you get everything except James. And like, I'll be honest with you, if you talk to him inside of these sessions, you're gonna get what you need, and then hopefully profitable, from what you're doing, to go ahead and get that white label exemption as well, whenever you're ready to go do the full amount. Uh, uh, okay. All right, perfect. So what we'll do is, as soon as we get off, I'll go ahead and shoot over that proposal to you, and then maybe if you'd like, we'll just set up a time for you to chat with James also, and kind of go from there. Does that sound good? Yeah, for sure, man. This is, like I said, I look forward to the relationship, and then, yeah, hopefully helping me get my student debt removed. Awesome, awesome. Okay, yeah, let me go ahead and I'll have this out to you here shortly. You too.